friends, welcome. Today in this tutorial I will build a simple registration system, and the reason I chose this topic is because nowadays most of the websites like Facebook, Netflix and many other websites have their registration systems, and the users can have their unique IDs. Advantage for the website owners is that they can collect users data. They can identify the users. So let's see what we're trying to make. So this is what we are going to make today in this tutorial. This is the register page where the user registered for the first time, and this is the login page where they can log in from their unique IDs into the website. And the required software for making this kind of system is XAMPP. You must have XAMPP installed in your computer. So how to find XAMPP? Just write XAMPP on Google and then click on the first link, and then download this XAMPP. I have already installed XAMPP in my computer. So if you have a Windows, click on this option. If you have Linux, click on this option, and if you have Mac, so click on this option. On these options, and the XAMPP will be downloaded in your computer, and then install this. Just click on next, and then select a drive like C drive, and then install that. After the installation, you will have a window like this. I have already started this. Then you start the Apache and start the mysql and minimize this, and the XAMPP will be installed. If you install XAMPP in your C drive, it will be in the, then find the XAMPP folder, click on the C drive and the XAMPP, and then find the htdocs registration, and we will build these pages. This one is for the login, and one for the sign up or registration, one for the server where we write PHP codes, and this one is the index or the home page of the website. And we will write some error codes if there are some error we want to build. And you also must create a database like this, and a table with name user. So I will show you the structure of this table. The first one is integer, and another are workers. So this is the database name practice, and this is the table user. You must create this: first name, ID, first name, last name, username, email, and the password. So at first we will discuss this registration and the password. So let's see the codes. This is the sign up or registration page. See, this is a simple form with some inputs. The first input, this is for the username, and the second input for the first name, third for the last name, fourth one for the email, fifth one for the password one, and then there are two passwords because the second password is the confirmation password of the first password. And also a button. Name this button reg user, which means register user and sign up. And also make an href link for login If someone already has an account, so it will take them into the login page. So this is just a simple form for registration, and the action for this form is sign up.php and method must be post, and also include this error.php in here. And this is the login page. This also is a very simple form with some inputs. First input is for the email, and second input, this is for the password, and a button, named this button login user, and also an href link to sign up. This is the server page where we write the PHP codes for registration and login. First, start the session, and then we initializing the variables, like for the username, email, and also for the errors, and then connect the database, and this database must be equal to the mysql I connect localhost root, and this is for the password, which must be empty, and then write the name of database was practice, so name this data, write that name in here, connect it, or this message will be printed, could not connect to database. And after that we are registering the users, and this is the process for registering the user: first name, last name, username, email, and password 1 and 2. So these inputs will be posted into these values. After that, this is the form validation. This is for form validation. If empty username, if the username is empty, push an error array, and also if password 1 does not match with password 2, push an error which will say passwords do not match. So we will see if this works or not. We will write some name. Arya, first name also Arya, last name maybe King, email arya@gmail.com, passwords 1 2 3 3 4, and the confirm password 1 2 and 3. So we will see if this works or not. So yeah, as you can see, the passwords do not match. Message is printed in here. So as we see, this form validation works as you want it. So then check database for users with the same user, and also a registered username. So user check query equals to select star from user where username equals to user or email equals to email. Limit, set the limit 1. This is important. So result equals to mysql query database user check query, and user fetch everything. So fetch everything from the user. If username equals to username, array push username already exists, and if the email equals to email, array push this email ID has already a registered username. So we will also check if this works or not. We have this Sarah username. We'll use this username and this email. So if they say that this email ID or this username has a registered ID, so this course works correctly. last name, email, we will use this Sarah Khan email, and password 1212, and also confirm 1212. So yeah, this works fine. So this works as we wanted. Username already exists, and email ID also already has a registered username. So this also works. And then we will see register user if no error. If there is no error, if count error equals to 0, if there is no error, password equals to password 1. So insert into user the values. So insert these values: the first name, last name, username, email, and password. Insert these values into these inputs in the database. In the database, if a user is registered with no errors, so it will take us into the index page and also print a welcome message plus the username which was registered recently. So we will see if this works correctly or not. We will use a name. Don first name, John last name, Smith, and the last name may be Smith. Email don@gmail.com. and the password may be 12123, also 12123. So yeah, this works also correctly. The welcome message is printed along with the username. So we will see. So now we established the registration system correctly, and now we will see the login system. So we setting the database again, localhost root practice, either connect or say not connect to database, and also print a message. If is set $post username in the login page, like this one is set. If the login user is set, then check the email, which will be equal to email, and password will be equal to password. So then start a user, then start a session user which will be equal to the email. Select start from user where email will be equal to email and password equal to password. If this process works correctly, if the email and passwords are equal to the email and password in the database, it will take us into the index location or the home page of the website. If not, else, otherwise it will print a message, wrong email or password, and try again. So we will see if the login system works correctly or not. We will check a user. Let's refresh this page. So the Don is, so this is the new user we registered. We will check the Sarah, the email sarahkhan@gmail.com, and the password 123. At first we will put a wrong email and password. like sarahangmail.com password 12. So yeah, this password, we have this email, so we have this email Sarahan, but with the wrong, but we tried a wrong password. It printed as this message. So now we will see the right. So now we will write the right password and right email. 3 4. So yeah, the login system also works correctly, and this is the message if you want to save this password in your browser or not. Yeah, so let's see the index page. And then the server is also included in this page. If we set logout, destroy the session and unset the session username and take the user into the login page. If logout is, if this button is pressed. So this is the home page. The title, if is set session user, print a welcome message that we had in the registration, that we saw in the registration page, and then echo the session username, echo the username that was recently registered, and end the if is set session success, then echo session success and unset this session success. So this simply means that whenever the user is registered for the first time, then print a welcome message, and after refreshing the page unset the session, and also end if. So this is the button logout. If this is pressed, it will take us into the login.php page, and this is something extra for the home page. So now let's see the error page. There is an error. For each error as error, echo error. So this means if there are an error, so then print errors in login and registration pages. Our registration system and also a login system. So if you want to have this in your website, create a system like this so the users will have their unique users. You also can identify your users. So thank you for watching our video, and do not forget to subscribe our channel for more videos like this. Do not forget to press the bell icon so you can get notifications for our recently uploaded videos. Thank you.